Our first speaker of the night is a seasoned club member, Cole GP. And Cole's speech is entitled, What I Learned at Last Night's Officer Training Session. As club officers, Dale and Cole GP attended an officer training session. Cole gives his evaluation of the educational session in 5 to 7 minutes. As we welcome Cole GP.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Mr. Training, I'm really here to speak about Hepatitis. Really, guys. Thing is, tonight is Republican debate, and you've probably heard it. One guy just called one of the candidates boring, which is kind of a Hepatitis thing, and all of a sudden he went down in polls 20 or 25%. So I do declare this is a new era that we're in, and as Toastmasters, you are in the right place, because the one thing you as a speaker do not want to be perceived as is boring. And that goes not for just an inspirational speech, but any speech. People, because of Facebook, because of YouTube and video, our attention span, Gabe, don't get all choked up. It's not that. Our attention span is maybe 16 seconds. So if you are a trainer at officer training, you cannot be boring, even if you somehow in the back of your mind feel the topic or content is boring. We're in the right place. My report about officer training, I'm not going to say it was boring. I'm not like that. But it's all in your head. If you believe that your informational topic is boring, that's what the audience will feel. And I want you to be left with that one thought. It's in your hands, whether it's a spreadsheet or 16 spreadsheets. Almost anything can be delivered in a way that is uplifting, exciting, and memorable. To that effect, a good start is storytelling, to interlace your topic with stories. And last night, well, actually, we didn't have any of that. I'm sorry. Dale was dozing off. Lance.
Oh, God,
yes,
yeah.
I don't want to give any names out. One man's poison is another man's victory, and I'll tell you what you need to do is to not repeat what I and Dale went through. The number one is questions. Questions. A lot of Toastmasters will start a contest speech with a question. That's great, but you have to do a great rhetorical question, a great powerful question. Our leader last night gave about 40 or 45 questions, and I was just watching people, their hands are going up. It's like 45 questions. They were not powerful rhetorical questions. And my advice to you, if you're going to give a question in your speech, make it important, make it powerful, make it a question that you really want an answer to. Not like, are you happy to be here tonight, or did you know I'm a distinguished Toastmaster? It's not. That's not a powerful question. And as human beings, we probably have a reservoir of 5 questions in our heads. So reserve your questions for something you want to know, something that will help you with the feedback of the audience. In our breakout session, for example, this was my breakout session, not yours, Dale's. I'm sure yours were better. Our breakout leader did not look at the people at the table. And without stopping, without thinking, she talked about how to make your club's website better. And instead of just going into automatic pilot and start with a topic that would take the whole breakout session, all she had to do was ask, do any of you guys have any problems with your website? She would have quickly discovered everyone at the table were really happy with their website, and this was a topic that should not have even been brought up. So dare I say, questions that you ask need to be powerful and need to be for your benefit. As a speaker, if I'm going to ask the group a question, I want it to be something that will help me avoid being repetitive. Because that is the cornerstone of boring. To have to listen to how to start a club website when everyone sitting there has a club website and they're proud of it. Please, consider questions something of value, something of finite content, and choose your questions well. Other points that happened? How about that energy? How do you make a trite subject exciting? One, again, let's use the trumpitude, this Trump guy. Don't brag. Lance, or someone who may be Lance, was bragging that next year he's going to be district director or something like that. No one in that hall cared one iota. And he went on and on. One final parting point, and this is really important. As a speaker, if you say something, the audience will hold it to you. In direct, you cannot fail. For example, Lance said, I'm going to talk for 5 minutes about the Distinguished Club program. I got my watch out because I knew he couldn't. I knew it! 14 minutes and 5 seconds. Here we were. I'm sure they didn't know that he went over by such an extreme amount, but I did. And the moral of the story is, the audience holds you to those things. If you get up here and say, I'm going to talk about 5 things tonight, and if you mention 3, I guarantee you every evaluator is going to say, I only heard 3 of the 5 things, and there'll be a hole in their minds. So keep your audience honest, and if you say something, you've got to deliver. Madam Toastmaster.